Okay, guys, what the fuck is up? I would like to talk about okay, so I went on a run today and I meant to make it be like 2.5 hours because I knew it was going to get dark and I didn't want to run in the dark for wildlife reasons and for, I guess that's it, because if there weren't like wildlife that I need to sort of worry about, I would just keep running at night. So I knew that it's been getting dark here at like 8:30ish. And so that is fairly true, sort of, but I'd never really messed with like being out in like the wilderness when it was getting dark and having to like contend with that. Like, I'd always been generally, I don't know. So now it's like later than 10 p.m., but there's just like stuff that happened during the run that I really wanted to say now, and everyone is asleep now, so I can't like say it to someone. So I'm going to say it to you. Yeah, so like the last 45-ish plus minutes, I was walking. Yeah, so it was a run. I meant to run the whole way had I correctly like So yeah, had I correctly estimated the time that it would get dark at, or like be too dark to run during, I don't even remember the sentence I was saying. Okay, what was I saying? I was saying... Yeah, so I was walking because it was too dark to run. I was on a hiking trail. And it was too dark to run the last like 45-ish minutes. But it wasn't pitch black. So like, and it happened to like be a cloudy evening, so like there was less light in the sky. But even with the clouds, I think I still had like misjudged that. And yeah, so I a couple things or reflections that make me want to share. So at first when I was like on my way back and I was like realizing that I'd misjudged the timing of like it getting dark, I knew it would take me longer to get back, and I wanted to run the whole time, and that meant instead I had to walk that extra distance, or like, walk instead. So for like a few minutes I was like a little mad at myself, like beating myself up a bit. And oh wow, I just ate some jalapenos. It was too many at one time. but it's not horrible. But it was a lot, unexpectedly. Oh man. So yeah, I was beating myself up a little bit internally, sort of mentally. And then I realized I didn't actually feel that way. Like, I wasn't actually mad at myself. I was just all that I was. Like, I wasn't mad. I wasn't any negative emotion towards myself. I wasn't actually mad. It was like a conditioned, learned response, or I don't really know how to describe it, if that makes sense. But I just realized that it wasn't how I really felt. And then I also realized that I would be better, simultaneously with that, I realized I would be better at navigating in the dark, essentially, if I wasn't fake mad. If I wasn't putting energy into negative stuff and then focus on that, and then I might trip and fall or something. Sometimes the terrain was rocky, sometimes not, but it was hilly a little bit. There was unexpected curves and unexpected rocks, and of course it was quite dark. The moon was out, sort of. It was pretty cloudy. Sometimes the moon helped. It's some sort of a crescent. So I noticed the moon helping, it gave me a shadow, but I didn't notice that all the time. It certainly wasn't it was a full moon and you have all that brightness outside at night. But yeah, most importantly, I just realized, I guess I was slightly worried that I don't know, yeah, it was a really unique experience because I'm not sure I've experienced that before, where I'm experiencing some negative self-talk or beating myself up or something like that, and I can't remember if I've ever been able to see that it wasn't how I really felt, and then just easily step out of it. And or just at least recognize it wasn't how I really felt, and that it was some weird response from my past life of the 29 years that I've been alive. Or just learning that to be negative or something. But yeah, I haven't ever done that. I think that's really special. Also, earlier before that, as it was just starting to get dark, but like it was just like the light was lessening, it wasn't dark at this point, but I heard like an animal like roar in the forest. I'm in Colorado, so there's like coyotes, bears, mountain lions. It obviously wasn't a coyote. I first thought bear, but I realized when I was like analyzing the sound, I realized the thing that I've heard that it sounded most close to was a lion's roar. And I don't mean mountain lion. I mean like if I've heard in like a nature documentary or something, like African lions roar. Like that's what it sounded most like that sort of roar. And the sound wasn't so close that I was like really scared or like really had to be like, it wasn't so close, but it wasn't super far. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, when I heard the mountain lion roar, yeah, I like was going at a certain pace that I thought like was the fact, because at that point it had been all uphill, and then I had to turn around, and then it was all downhill on the way back. So I thought I was going at the pace that the max sort of downhill pace I could go, because I'm not excellent naturally, I guess, at downhills, and it was like rocky and all that stuff. So I thought I was going at my top downhill pace, but I was able to go much faster after that. After I heard that. like, I've experienced that before where, like, I think I'm going at, like, the pace, like, my body sort of wants to go at or something. And then something will happen that's, like, some sort of, like, I want to say fear, but it's, like, some sort of thing that's, like, makes me, like, oh, you have to go faster now. And I then, like, have realized I can, like, do that. So, yeah, that's interesting. Oh, I guess I'll just ask if anyone knows. I'm thinking of, like, if I am doing some sort of nighttime thing, hiking or something, I can't really use a headlamp because I've had past head injuries, and it's too much for, like, can't do the tightness and all of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm just, like, wondering. Obviously, a hike, I could easily do something else, but if I'm running, I'm wondering what sort of other things I could use, like, because you can't really hold it in your hand, or it's just, like, bobbing everywhere. So I wonder what other things are out there. Do you have to, like, wear, like, Iron Man, like a chest light? Probably. Yeah, I think the experience during the run of feeling like I'm in some sort of negative thing and then realizing I don't actually feel that way. I'm thinking about how that would apply in other situations, like in life, in terms of, like, being in any sort of negative headspace or caught in, like, a loop internally and whatever. But I think a big part of, like, that experience, hypothesis, I wish I could access it all the time, but I feel the best by far, like, so far, when I'm out in nature, and especially also when I'm running. And I was alone also. So, just something I'll be thinking about, I guess, in terms of, like, separate from running or separate from dealing with having to, like, navigate back in the dark. Just, like, yeah. It's interesting. I wanted to like process this out loud and like make a video so that I could process this and like share it with people. But I find myself like not quite saying exactly what I want to say. And it's like I'm navigating a maze in the dark or something. Or like blindfolded or something. Oh fuck. God dang it. That battery should have lasted longer. Uh-oh. This is attached to my car. Fuck. And I have another lantern that I like lost. It has to be in my car. Okay. I can't remember what I was saying. The sliding is probably pretty weird. God dang it. Yeah, I just like, yeah. I feel like even when it's just me, I'm like, oh, is this really how I feel? Is this really the word I want to like use? Is this really my reality? If you've had like your voice like limited in some way, like I'm sure you understand. Maybe. Like even knowing I think I'm not really connected to joy. Because I think when you are, you're not worried about little things like this word or that word, or I'm not worried about not expressing myself. I just do it. I would just do it. And if I were connected to joy, I wouldn't worry about like little things about how my like body looks or outfit looks, or like little things about like what amount of like food I eat. Like if you have like a connection to joy that's like solid, I think like it just flows. And like those things maybe you don't even think about at all, or you just do it from a place of happiness and joy. And I think maybe that's just I think joy is limitless consciousness.